Self-respect is a foundation of a fulfilling and empowered life. It influences how we perceive ourselves, how we interact with others, and how we navigate challenges. One of the most potent yet often misunderstood aspects of self-respect is the relationship we have with our sexual energy. Sexual energy is not merely about physical pleasure. It is a powerful life force that, when respected and channeled wisely, can enhance creativity, confidence, and emotional well-being. In modern society, sexual energy is frequently exploited, suppressed, or misdirected, leading to emotional imbalances, low self-esteem, and unfulfilling relationships. However, when grounded in self-respect, sexual energy becomes a source of personal power, discipline, and deep fulfillment. This video explores connection between self-respect and sexual energy, examining how mastering this energy can lead to greater self-mastery, emotional stability, and spiritual growth. Sexual energy is not merely a biological drive. It is your creative power, your spiritual vitality, and your inner fire. When you respect yourself, you begin to treat this energy with reverence. You no longer waste it on people who do not deserve your essence. You no longer masturbate to pixels on a screen or chase validation through conquests that leave you emptier with each release. Sexual energy reveals your relationship with yourself. If you treat it cheaply, it's because, on some level, you believe you are cheap. If you give to anyone, it's because you believe your worth is tied to their approval. But once you understand that you are a temple, not a public park, your entire outlook changes. Self-respect says, I don't give myself away just to feel something. Self-respect says, my seed is sacred. My body is sacred. My presence is sacred. A man who is grounded in self-respect does not chase. He attracts. He does not lust blindly. He discerns. He does not bow to pressure. He stands on principle. This makes him dangerous to systems that profit from your addiction, weakness, and spiritual blindness. Let's speak plainly. Every time you masturbate to pornography, every time you give your body to someone who doesn't honor you, every time you chase sex like a dog in heat, you are betraying yourself. You're giving away your power. And worse, you're teaching your subconscious mind that you don't deserve more. The cost of that betrayal is massive. Low self-esteem. How can you believe you're a king when your actions scream slave of desire? Broken focus. Sexual leaks fog your mental clarity and keep you in survival mode. Attraction to toxicity. You magnetize partners who reflect your lack of self-respect. Diminished aura. Your glow dims. People don't feel your essence. They feel your emptiness. You were not designed to live this way. You were designed to govern your energy, consecrate your body, and honor your divine masculinity. When you lack self-respect, you allow others to define your value. You accept crumbs. You bow to lust. And you become susceptible to spiritual manipulation because a man who can't say no to his urges can't say yes to his purpose. One of the most powerful demonstrations of self-respect is the word no. No to porn. No to casual sex. No to women who drain your spirit. No to temporary highs that sabotage long-term power. Saying no is an act of rebellion against a world that has normalized your exploitation. It is not easy. Every system around you, media, entertainment, culture, wants you distracted and drained. Why? Because a man who controls his sexual energy is uncontrollable. He cannot be manipulated by images, sold by fear, or enslaved by desire. When you say no, you are reclaiming sacred territory. You are telling your mind, I am worth waiting. I am worth building. I am worth protecting. Self-respect allows you to delay gratification without feeling like you're missing out, because you know what you're building is far more rewarding. When a man is grounded in self-respect, he begins to transmute his sexual energy. Instead of releasing it outward in moments of weakness, he turns it inward and upward into creativity, focus, vision, and power. This is how empires are built. This is how great works are created. This is how legacy is formed. You were never meant to waste your fire on momentary pleasure. That fire was given to build nations, write books, launch movements, and speak truth. But when you betray yourself with every ejaculation driven by lust, you're throwing your blueprints into the fire. Sexual transmutation begins with self-respect. You cannot channel power you do not honor. You cannot ascend with energy you scatter. Ground yourself. Say, my seed is prophecy. My desire is holy. My fire is not for cheap consumption. It is for divine elevation. This mindset shifts your entire lifestyle. You begin to eat cleaner. You speak with power. You look people in the eye. You stop chasing. And people start wondering what makes you different. That is a glow of self-respect. Let's clear the air. Women are not your enemy, but neither are they your God. A man grounded in self-respect neither pedestalizes women nor objectifies them. He sees them for what they are, divine beings, but he also sees himself as one. So he does not chase, beg, or bend just to receive their validation. He understands that mutual respect is the only foundation for any lasting connection. The irony? When you stop chasing women, they start chasing you. When you respect yourself enough not to jump at every opportunity for sex, you become rare. And rarity is magnetic. Women can feel when your energy is retained, when your fire is contained, and when your focus is higher. They may not always be able to articulate it, but they feel it. Your gaze is not needy. Your touch is not desperate. Your presence does not reek of lack. You become him. A man anchored in something deeper than lust. A man who has something to offer beyond body parts. Respect yourself, and the right woman will respect you more. Disrespect yourself, and you will only attract those who reinforce your wounds. Self-respect manifests as boundaries, and boundaries are not walls to keep people out. They are walls to keep your soul protected. Your sexual energy is holy. You do not give it to someone just because they are attractive. You do not open yourself to any energetic exchange without discernment. Boundaries tell the world, I know my worth. I honor my temple. I am not available for anything beneath my standard. Boundaries do not repel love. They attract it. Because when people see you honor yourself, they either rise to meet you or remove themselves. Boundaries with women. Boundaries with porn. Boundaries with your own mind. That's how kings live. There is a glow that cannot be bought. It is not in your clothes, your car, or your money. It is in how you carry yourself. It is in how you sit with your own thoughts. It is in the absence of shame in your presence. That glow is self-respect. When you walk into a room, people feel it. You don't need to speak loudly. You don't need to flex. Your energy says it all. I know who I am. I know what I carry. And I don't give it to just anyone. You sleep better. You focus longer. You produce more. Your life begins to align. Doors open. People shift. Opportunities arise. Because the universe honors the man who honors himself. Some of you reading this have lived in self-betrayal for years. Porn, casual sex, lustful scrolling, drained essence. You allowed your energy to be stolen or wasted, and now you feel numb, ashamed, or unworthy. But the beautiful truth is this. You can come home. You can choose today to be grounded in self-respect. You can stop the bleeding. You can reclaim your fire. The man you've always wanted to be is not dead. He's buried beneath layers of addiction, guilt, and programming. Start by forgiving yourself. Then discipline yourself. Then raise your standard. Then honor your sexual energy like it is sacred, because it is. The path is not easy. But every time you say no to lust, every time you hold your seed, every time you walk away from temptation, you're building a foundation of a life that nothing can shake, the ground beneath your feet. In the end, it all comes back to this question. Do you respect yourself? Not in theory, but in action. Do your choices reflect that you value your essence? Or are you still trading gold for garbage? Being grounded in self-respect is not about arrogance. It is about alignment. It's about living from a place of inner dignity where your sexual energy becomes your ally, not your enemy. Where your seed builds life, not shame. Where your desire fuels your purpose, not your destruction. Self-respect is the soil where greatness grows. Water it with discipline. Nourish it with truth. Guard it with fire. And from it, watch the man you were born to be rise. Subscribe to this channel and like the video. Join the Retain to Thrive Telegram channel at the link below, where we focus on building discipline, overcoming distractions, and achieving goals. Join the supportive community, sharing tips, motivation, and accountability. Let's grow together, one step at a time.